Growing up was very hard with a parent whose job was to make sure that you didn't get anywhere. She was very controlling, very dominating. Um, for one, she was a narcissist. Everything was about her. Um, my life just did not matter. Things that I wanted to do in my life was not important. Um, my singing career was just not, I already told y'all in that other video that she was laughing at me when I wanted her help to help me to be in the spotlight, to help me grow. And she just wasn't here for that. Now, when I was a little girl, my confidence was really high. Like, I used to sing in front of everybody. Didn't matter, if I did good or if I had high self esteem. But my mother, my parental figure, made sure that every turn when I was feeling too confident, to make sure to bring me down and make sure that I had the lowest self esteem possible. Um, I'm gonna try not to cry, but this is, what I, reliving the torture of what I went through. Um, it takes me back to a place where I have suppressed. And of course, healing is always and will forever be a lifelong journey, especially when you dealt with trauma as a child and you are now an adult. These difficult things to remember and relive are not the easiest, um, especially when when it's somebody that you love has hurt you. These things are very difficult to overcome, and like I said, healing takes a long time. Um, I don't know why she. I guess this was her job. Like I said, I think I was saying that this is her job. That was her job to make sure that, to hold me back in life, to make sure she sabotaged everything that I did. Um, I won't go into that part um, any further. I have written a book about myself. Um, I will link that below, but I had to I had to what am I trying to say? I had to regain confidence because it was beating out of me. I used to look at the floor. I didn't even look up when I was walking. Um, when I was a little girl, let's go back to when I was a little girl. My confidence was so high. Like I said, I was singing in front of people. But when my mom saw my light, she had to take it, right? So she physically, mentally beat me down to a pulp, right? So my confidence was so low that once beforehand I used to look up. Then I started walking, my eyes were low. I had my head low. I used to walk looking at the ground. I was walking looking at the ground. I didn't hold my head up high. I had so my self-esteem was so low. I didn't talk. She made me a mute. I'm still overcoming being like quiet and getting to know people and talk to people, because she made me a mute. I used to talk to everybody on my block. I used to know everybody by names, friendly, outgoing. She took that away from me as well. I started being a loner, and I started like just being in solitude. I got used to it. I got used to being ignored. I got used to being by myself because that's all I had. Um, my parental figure, my mother parental figure, I had 5 kids. It's my older brother, then it was me, and then she has 3 children up under me. But I felt like the outcast. Like, I just would be in my room listening to music, singing and dancing in there. And I got very comfortable in those moments being by myself. Um, I got used to her not being around, and I I I was one with myself. I had everything I needed in my room except for food. So like, when I needed to go pee or I needed to go eat, I would go do those things and go right back into my same position back in my room. Um, but yeah, my confidence was really shot after a while of being, I mean, she was my parental figure. Um, it was her job to make sure that I didn't have any confidence. And she made sure that I didn't have any confidence by the time she got through with me. Like I said, I used to walk with my head hanged low, and I would walk looking down at the ground. I had no self esteem whatsoever. Um, my friends that were around me, they would, if you would question them, ask them, they would be like, yeah, in grade school, she walked with her head down at all grades levels. Like, I never held my head high. I just was so, like, she took all of my self esteem. She was definitely my first bully. And it's, because I've been singing since I was 4 years old. And when I was 8 years old, I told my parental figure that I wanted to be a singer. And she laughed dead in my face. Um, you would think she would have took me to talent shows, put me on stage. That's my baby, or something like that. Encourage me, because I already knew what I wanted to do at an early age. I already knew my purpose in life. I already knew. When I was 4, I was singing. So by the time I was 8 and I told her that's what I wanted to do, I already was assured of who I was at 8 years old. So that's probably why I'm thinking now, that's probably why she had to lower my self esteem so that I would not be the singer that I was supposed to be early on. Um, she had to make sure that she had to take my confidence because, when you're confident, you're going to get that shit done. When you're not confident, you're going to withdraw, you're going to be shy, you're not going to live out your purpose because your abuser has taken all of your confidence away from you. Um, but at the time, I didn't realize what this woman was doing. I was just like, why she's so mean to me? Why she doesn't love me? I used to tell her I love her, and she would say, "Love you, boo. Love you. Love." I mean, the shit was so fake and fraudulent. It just did. Love you, boo. There's no I. I feel like people who say love to me, it's not heartfelt. When you really love somebody and you care about them, I love you. You know what I'm saying? Like you can feel it. You can feel when somebody loves me. And no, I don't feel like she ever loved me. Um, I feel like I was a burden, and um, she was just there to block me from my success early on. On a side note, I don't think she's my mother. On a side note, because we don't favor each other at all. I have like 100 talents, and she has zero. She has zero talents. I mean, none at all. I could cook, I could sing, I could make money any one of these ways I decide to go. I have talents up the ass, and I just, I'm so talented. It just amazes me how a woman who has all these talents, but her mother has zero. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But that's it. Just a little bit of a story, little bit of my story. Sorry, a little bit of my story of what my parental figure put me through, and I had to regain my confidence, and it's back. And I love that for me because I do lives. I go live. Like I've been working on myself so much this time, alone, away from my children. I've been working on myself, healing my traumas that she put me through. I go live, and a shy, scary person would not be going live, baby. I just was live on Facebook. I don't know what happened to. I don't know what happened to the video, but I was live. Hopefully y'all see it. If not, I'll be back. I'm ready to be in my purpose. I'm ready to do what God has for me. Nobody could take what God has for you, whether it's your mother, your father, whoever, all them negative people. They cannot take what God has for you. They can delay you, but they can't deny you. Only God could do that. Like, share, comment, and subscribe.